Hi and welcome to this video. In this video, I want to talk about the things you should keep in mind before updating your Kubernetes cluster. So in the next video, that's when I will show you the step-by-step for updating or upgrading the cluster, and I will use one control node and two worker nodes for the demo. First, let's say this is your cluster. Say your cluster version is 1.29.5, right? That's your cluster. 1 will be the major version, 2.9 will be the minor version, and then this is the patch version. So keep this in mind because it's important. The minor version and the patch version. So when updating your cluster, let's say you want to go from 1.29 to the latest, which is 1.31.2. So you can see this is 1.29, the minor version is 2.9, and the major version and the minor version here is, so this is not supported. You cannot skip a minor version. In this case, you can see version 1.30. So I'm just writing with the mouse. .30 has been skipped, and this is not supported. So if you're going to upgrade from version 1.29.5 to 1.31.2, what you're going to do is you're going to first of all upgrade to version 1.30. something, maybe .5, .1, .7, it doesn't matter. You just have to update to the next minor version. And then once you update to 1.30.5 or whichever 1.30.1, just any .30 minor version, that's when you can go to version 131. So bear that in mind. Let's say you're on version 127 and you want to go to version 1.31. You're going to have to go to 1.28, maybe .6, and then to 1.29 something, maybe .5, .6, whichever. And then 1.30.6. And then finally you can upgrade to version. And then finally you can upgrade to version 1.31.2. You cannot skip a minor version upgrade. When it comes to the patch versions, maybe you want to go from 1.29.1 to 1.29.5. That is not a problem. You can upgrade from any version to any patch version. The next thing you need to keep in mind is that when upgrading the cluster, you start with the main control plane. So this is the initial control plane from which you created all the other control planes. After that, you go to the next control planes. If you have a high availability cluster, you update the other control planes. And after that, that's when you upgrade the worker nodes. And then let's talk about version skew. So I'm just going to brush on this, but version skew basically requires that the skew between different versions should have a limit. So let me show you where you can get the Kubernetes version skew policy, and that is going to give you all the details. So let me just search for that. So I'll search for Kubernetes version skew. And then I'll click on version skew policy. And all the details you need will be here. Version skew policy. The version skew policy is there. You can read the entire thing. So you can see, for example, for the Kubeadm server, if the Kubeadm server version is at 131 for the main control plane, the other Kubeadm server versions should be at either 131 or 130. And then kubelet as well, if the Kubeadm server is at 131, these are the versions that is supported for kubelet for any other kubelet on the cluster. Kubeproxy the same, the version skew is there. kubectl, Kubeadm server is at 131. You can have kubectl 132 or 131 or 130. So this is something you need to just bear in mind, and you can find all the information here. So in the next video, you are going to see how to update your cluster, and I'm going to update the control node and the two worker nodes. See you in that video.